Hey, yo, what's good with y'all, bro? Originalbaiz in the house, some man, nature, soul. What's good? What's good? What's good? Yo, so the thing I wanted to talk about today, yeah. Yo, so like, thing you gotta do, bro. With yourself in this day and age, you need to be your higher self. Like, there was like, for example, there was a manuscript written a long time ago that was uncovering how the world would become in the second millennium, right? And it's pretty much unfolding, bro. Like you'll notice that all the people out here that are getting what's good and what's right and getting their shit real, like they all have gone down the spiritual path. Like that, yeah, these people at the top, they're still fucked by the devil and got their shit, their hand in the wrong place and all that. But like, what you need to understand is to become your higher self is just more or less controlling your own thoughts, right? And let me tell you how you can get there. Just a couple tips you can get there. You can get there through meditation and understanding that being still, being free in your own mind and being bored and being okay with that is part of becoming who you want to become, your higher self. People take advantage of who they are and what they are capable of only because they're born that way. But nah, nigga, you ain't born that way. Like, you got to realize that our existence was created before we entered this world. Like our soul, our purpose, we created this character that we're in, this body we're in. We created who the fuck we are, right? So now check this. To become your higher self, like all you gotta do, bro, it doesn't matter what the fuck you doing. Doesn't matter what the hell you were doing, bro. Just watch your thoughts. It may seem stupid and weird, but like watch your thoughts because it's not actually you. The thoughts that are entering your mind when you're doing shit and you get anxiety or whatever, those thoughts ain't you. That's like your low self, or as people call it, your ego, or whatever the fuck. But like that's not you, bro. Like you gotta realize that ain't actually you. You're the person watching and listening to the thoughts, and it's your decision on how you're gonna reciprocate, or not reciprocate, but how you're gonna react to those thoughts. Every action has a reaction in term, but in reality, what you need to understand is that going through a lot of shit and dealing with it in a way that society has mained you to deal with, like you're gonna be in the same fucking state. Like there's no you higher self or no purpose. It's just, bro, you're just stuck in that state now, right? So for you to gain that knowledge of becoming your higher self, you need to understand and look into your true meaning of life and be alone. Be alone for some time. But like at first, when you start noticing your thoughts and start watching your thoughts, you'll see all this shit, and then once you see all this shit, just think about how the fuck it's affecting you, bro. Like, what is this doing for me? How is this benefiting me, or whatever? And instead of reacting to it, just be like, yo, cool. That wasn't me. That wasn't me thinking those bad thoughts, and that wasn't me making me anxious and shit. So I can just carry on about my merry fucking way, right? So yeah, that's like it. I just yawned a bit. But yeah, so that's just like it. If you want to become your higher self, you have to put yourself out there to become your higher self. You can't become your higher self expecting it to come from outside sources. Anyways, that's about your higher self. You want to get there, you got to control your own thoughts and get into your mind real deeply and understand who you are. So another thing I want to talk about, yo, like if you're hoping and wishing and praying for shit, bro, none of that shit that you praying for is gonna come. Oh shit! Like listen to me, bro. None of that shit you're praying for and hoping for gonna come. Do you know why? Because you ain't really manifesting it or you ain't really wanting it. You just hope it's gonna happen, right? Like everything I'm doing now, I'm gonna get that. Like I'm really gonna get that. Like everything I want, bro, I'm really gonna fucking get that. I don't need no help. Like for where I am in my life at the moment, yeah, I could be in a better state, but like I wouldn't be who I am today if I had everything, right? Nah, I wouldn't. So like me saying that I'm coming out here to get what I want. Like, if I want to be the champion of the world, I'm going to fucking be the champion. If I want to get that girl, I'm going to get that girl. If I want that big ass mansion, I'm going to get that mansion. But right now, what I'm getting and what I'm going to have is happiness in myself, bro. Simple. Like, I don't need nobody telling me what I can and can't do. Because at the end of the day, I'm going to do what I want to do, bro. As soon as you leave the room, I'm on my own buzz. I don't give a fuck. Same goes. I'm not going to sit around here telling you what you can and can't do. I'm going to give you some guidance. I mean, some proper shit. Like, if you're on your shit and you're worried about what people think, I'm going to tell you straight to your face, bro, just be real about who you are. Be real about what you are. If you're a motherfucking fiend for that pussy, be real about what you are. Like, don't hide that shit. Because the truth is always easiest, because then you won't have to ever remember about shit that you said yesterday. Like, oh, the conversation comes up and you're like, oh shit, I gotta avoid that conversation. Fuck. What did I say? Nah. You don't want to be living your life that way. You want to be so solid in yourself that when the conversation comes out, you be like, are you fucking serious? I just told you, bro. Like, I told you the damn truth. Or you want me to tell you again? And then you go and tell them, like, fuck, that's the real shit. That was the truth. And here, I'm going to say this right now. Just because I don't say what I told that other person, it doesn't mean what I'm saying isn't true, bro. You know, these sorts of things you pick up along the way when you go through experiences that you needed to fulfill in yourself to become the man and the woman you want to be. Like, you can't fuck around with dwelling on maybes or hopefuls or, oh yeah, well, just next time. Nah, fuck that. You got to be now, present in the moment, and understand who the fuck you are. Which links it to the first point. Like, you got, if to become your higher self, you got to be who the fuck you are. Like, all these thoughts in your head, bro, they're not actually yours. All these thoughts that are coming in aren't yours. The only way they can be yours is if you're controlling them to do what the fuck you want to do. Right? But if they're controlling you to do what your mind thinks is best for you to do, then what the fuck are you doing? One way you'll know that it's right is because it'll feel right in your soul. It'll feel right in your heart. You won't even have to think about if it's right in your mind. It'll just be. Like, all that sort of shit will just be. You got to manifest greatness, and then in turn, you will get that. But you have to get it. You have to go get it. You can't just be like, yo, okay, please, can you please make sure that it comes to me? I hope this happens. I hope that. No, you can't be fucking wishing and being hopeful for nothing that's going to come unless you go get it. You know, like, it's only going to come if you go get it, right? So if you're sitting out here fucking around with bitches and doing your thing like that, are you solid in yourself enough to be like, yeah, well, if all these bitches leave, I'm going to be cool? Like, I'm almost a week into my semen retention, and honest to God, bro, I haven't gone this long without either beating my meat or getting some pussy since I was like fucking 12. You know, 10 at that, bro. I was jacking off as soon as I could. Before I was ejaculating, it was just jacking off to get the fucking, you know, the whatever. But like, yeah, you just have to understand that, like, to become who you are, to become what you want to be, you can't let all this excess bullshit, external things control you. Because in reality, bro, that shit does not control you. You control yourself. And if you're going to let these thoughts and let this egotistical mind of yours determine what you do next, you're going to have problems your whole life. That's a big fact, and that's a problem that society faces today. Like, if you're stuck in your phone, like, for example, at first when I started watching meditation videos, bro, I wasn't actually meditating. Because I didn't know what the fuck meditating was. But then understanding myself and getting to a point where I can be like, okay, I'm going to separate myself from this world for a moment. And I'm going to just be in my head for a bit. Like, that's when I felt the meditation was real. Like, not everybody meditates the same. People can be like, yo, you got to start breathing. You got to do your breathing shit. And then you got to do other shit like, oh, you got to sit in this certain way. Or you got to lie in the sun. Like, yeah, all that shit will work. But not all that shit will work for you, right? Like, you have to figure out a way to find your own source of meditation where you can just be still in your mind and be present in the moment. And when you're at that stage where you clear your head and you've got a clear conscience, then you can be like, okay, now I'm gonna start asking myself some questions. You won't get there straight away. Let me tell you this right now. You won't get there straight away. Like, I'm still working on my shit. I've had little snippets of what it's like. I've had little experiences of what it's like, and fuck, it's been the realest fucking sensation ever. It enhanced my desires to really make sure I get what I want, bro. Big facts. And nature has been a big part of why I'm becoming this person I'm becoming. And living by the laws of that nature. My own fucking laws now. Like, everything is born, everything dies. Everything has a start, everything has an end. What goes up must come down. Bro, like, all this sort of shit. I'm in myself now, and I don't need nobody to tell me what the fuck I'm doing, because I'm doing it for me, and I'm doing it for my family. Well, in saying my family, I'm doing it for my daughter. Bro, everything I want to do and learn will benefit her at some point in her future. Big facts. Like, everything I'm doing now will benefit her in her future. Maybe certain little things that I'm doing, like fucking, I don't know, bro, like putting my shoes on a certain way or some shit, I don't know. But like, certain little things, yeah, maybe they won't. But for the most part of what the fuck I'm trying to achieve out of my life, bro, it's gonna affect and help in some certain way. But the whole reason and the whole purpose for me doing this is to better myself. Understand that. I'm not doing it for anybody else. If I was out here living for everybody else, I would deprive myself of happiness that I needed, right? I mean, in turn, yes, I gotta fucking give so I can receive. I understand that. But I'm gonna give it where it's due. I'm not just gonna give it free willy-nilly to any motherfucker that needs it. Because in the back of my mind, I'll be thinking like, okay, what does this cunt do to deserve it? Or not even that, like, if they constitute badness and wrongful doings, like, I'm gonna be like, nah, I can't help this nigga. Like, if they fully on this wrong path and blocking their third eye and blocking their pineal gland and whatever, then they can't be saved. For example, porn, bro. If you're fucking watching porn, you got some fucking issues, bro. Like, I've gone off it. Only because what the fuck it was doing to my head. But I'll get into deeper about that another time, because right now I can't be fucked. But yo, so what the goal and purpose in life should really be is to become your higher self, bro. That way you'll rid your mind and your body of every bad existent thing. So for the time and for what I'm up to, peace, love, and happiness, y'all. Give a fuck about it. Always be yourself. Be you, love you. Appreciate you. Appreciate those who really do. And yo, OG Baiz out this bitch, man.